Okay, let's get our test rig up here again. I don't think I need this here plugs anymore. So we're going to plug this into here and this into here. Okay. And it's going to go something like that, okay? Like, you know, if I wanted to, I could just chop this part off, but I would like to use it as like a heatsink too. So I'm going to go get a marker and kind of mark off where the end is here, and then we'll go get the other part. The bracket. Get this part here. And the good thing is, if I do make one, it'll be easy to make another one. Okay. So it looks like the end is right here somewhere. Okay. We could slot it too if it doesn't fit, you know. Right around there, okay. Just so I got an idea of what I'm working with. Alright, so next thing I was kind of stressing out on how far I have to drill the holes in, but all I have to do is kind of put these together here and look. Okay, so that looks like where we won't have any interference with the thing there, okay? For whatever reason, this is I want to scooch over. What's wrong with you, buddy? I think the edges on this are not flat. Let me grind this a little bit. This is really light, though. Yeah, the aluminum does weigh a lot. It weighs twice as much. Okay, so we got handy Mr. Spring Punch here. Let's go punch the holes in here. So it's got to be like this, okay? We can't do it the other way around. It has to be like this, okay? And then we're gonna make sure. Oh, we gotta go like this, okay? So we gotta move this. This will not line up for some reason. What's going on? Oh, okay. There's a burr here. Whoa. Yeah, a big one. What happened there? There's like a dent there. I don't know what happened then, but okay, let me fix that. I gotta make that flat. All right. Oh, and then there's these marks right here too. All right, this stuff is so delicate. Okay, I made sure it's flat now. Yeah, this is just turning out more and more ghetto looking as we go along. Not gonna lie. Like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, looks like it's cracking over here. Make sure that's flat. Okay, that was the problem with it. Okay. Alright, I think that should do it. It looks like it's lined up pretty well. The middle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just punch it like that. It looks crooked though. It's okay. It's not rocket science. If the controller is just, you know, teeny tiny bit crooked, it's no big deal. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole here. Punch a dimple here. Ah, damn it, it moved. It's okay. I just need to mark it so I can work the punch. Okay, there's one. Kind of use the other one as a locating hole. Okay, looks good. Let me flip it around. Let's make sure it's centered real quick. If it does touch the connectors, we can always just grind this a tiny bit. It's not a big deal, man. I'm getting it pretty close there. Oh yeah, it's actually not good. It's got to be lower than that. Yeah, so just to be safe, let's make it lower. Okay, so that's actually too high now. We'll move it. What I'll do is I'll kind of press on it really hard, and I'll move it out. Okay. Then we'll complete the spring-loaded dimple. Take it off. Just all we have to do is mark it right now. If anything, we could just use a pen, you know. Okay, I think that's good. Punch it right here. Okay. This one we're going to punch a little bit lower. Okay, we're going to make sure we want to drill the bottom hole on that bottom dimple on that one. Okay, there's one other dimple. Boom. Okay, spring loaded. All right. So now we're going to go find a drill bit that fits that. I think we should just use a drill bit instead of step bit. I'm just going to double check one more time where we're at. Okay, it looks a little bit crooked. Back a little bit. I'm sure, I mean, we can make the holes a little bit bigger so there's a little bit of room for play, you know, but it looks good I think as long as we can see the dimple inside the hole is okay. So here, this one's a little high. The rest, all of them are a little high. So it looks like everything's got to move up a little bit. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be close, man. Yeah, it's going to be really close. But it's okay. I think we'll oversize the holes so like there's a little bit of play in the bracket. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and drill it. It looks all right. To use the 532 drill bit. It looks like it's okay. It's a little bit big, but that's good. I want it to be a little bit oversized so we got some play in there. All right. So let's go do this. Okay, all I can say is that was a kind of dull drill bit. Normally, you should be able to get like a nice little ribbon coming out of there, you know, like a little string, but it came out like in little pieces and stuff. I was like, that's not normal when you're doing aluminum. Okay, so I'm gonna go deburr this, and then it's gonna be kind of hard to do these ones. They're so close to the sides, man. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go clean this up a little bit, and then we'll go mount it. I think we should be done, yeah. Man, that's close. All right. Alright, I've gone and smoothened this out. Let's go see if it fits. I'll see if it fits, and I'll show you if it does fits. Right, okay, so I got 2 for 3. I got 2 for 3. These two fit fine. This one is coming in crooked, so I gotta go slot it that away, and I think it'll fit. It's like going in, but it's going in crooked, so we don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and slot this one out that way a little bit, okay? And it looks like we're good to go. So I was worrying about this hitting this, but I lined it up with the other bracket, you know, where the indentation was, and apparently there is a lot of extra space in there for that. So we could actually move it this way a little more. So, but that's okay. Whatever. We'll see how this works out. All right. So far, I'm pretty happy. All right. So we're gonna go slot this one up that way so everything lines up. Okay, I went and elongated the hole a little bit. Okay. Not too hard. I use this guy. Alright, let's see if it fits. Okay, here we go. I got my postal scale here. Let's do this. So the ERT bracket is 1 pound 2 ounces. So it's like negligible. 1 pound 2 ounces. The aluminum one, 2.2 ounces. So it's a full ounce bigger. In fact, it's like almost twice as heavy. It's twice as heavy. Hopefully, it's twice as strong. So that's one of the advantages of this ERT 3D printed bracket is it's very light. Apparently, it's not strong enough though. So we'll see. All right. It looks like I may need to add some kind of washer. Well, no, not really. I think this is too thick. That's probably why they countersunk it. Okay. So yeah, it's heavier than the ERT one, but I'm pretty sure this is probably stronger. Had this just been like one mold instead of a 3D printed plastic bracket thingy, I think it would have been much stronger. But it failed along the this 3D printed pattern here. So when the printer goes like this, that's a weak port. Okay. I might be able to still fix this though. Like I said, I can probably. It's cracking here. It's cracking here. It's cracking here. Yeah, it's cracking here, here, and here on the other side. Look at that. It's nuts, right? Right here, and right here. 3 places it's cracking. So I could fix it with glue. So basically, the glue will basically melt the plastic together. That's what it's gonna do. That's what plastic cement does. So that's what I would use. I would use plastic cement like for making models, and then just like put a whole lot of it so like it melts all that. Well, maybe not too much, but a nice good bead down it should repair it pretty well. The other part of the bracket, this part right here, is very strong. Seems like it hasn't cracked at all. It looks okay. Well, I don't know what that is. That looks like a crack right there. Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty good. And I think it looks like Alan resurfaced this flat, because I don't think nothing else looks like that. As smooth as that. So it's a pretty nice bracket, but it's just not, like I said, it's 3D printed. It made it weaker on this side. Maybe if they 3D printed it from a different direction, like instead of like this way instead of like this way, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have a 3D printer, so HadesOmega's just talking out his ass. That's why I theorize. All right, so the next thing to do, let me go mount this on the bike real quick, so just to make sure these holes line up now. So now we found out these holes line up perfectly. Now we got to find out these ones. Okay, so there we go. It's on there. It's a little hard to get it in there because of this stupid horn. I wish this horn was in here, man. I'm wondering if I should just take this horn out, man. So thus far, I haven't broken it or anything. It still works and everything, but it's really annoying having it there, And that's just something for your the fender to hit, when it compresses. So anyway, so it's not. It looks like it fits perfectly. It looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass to put the controller back in, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to mount it right now. So we're going to go connect all the connectors back on, and then shove it back up in there. Alright, hopefully this will do the trick. Alright, here's my out. Okay, before we go, I just wanted to show the whole dealie. It's not complete yet. Like I said, the heatsink needs to be cut here, and we may need to trim some of the fins off of the top here, so the fender fits. But that's the whole unit right there. Let's see how much it weighs with all the harness and stuff on there. Okay. All right. It's pretty heavy, man. It's 4 pounds exactly. 4 pounds exactly. Okay. Let's take the harness off. Well, yeah, we got to take the harness off anyway. So. Okay. Without the harness, it's a little bit shy of 4 pounds. 3 pounds, 13.8 ounces, like 14 ounces. So, yeah. So the harness does actually weigh something. Add some weight to it. Yeah, now it's more than 4 pounds. It's kind of funny. Anyway, it weighs around 4 pounds. So it's pretty heavy. Hopefully it'll be alright. Alright, so it'll probably be lighter when we have to chop that part of the heatsink off. But we're also going to add another... Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. The part that we chop off, we can add to the back here. That's a good idea. That is a really good idea. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I forgot we're going to cut some of this off. Well, we can just cut... Why don't we just cut it in half? Cut this in half, and then mount it underneath the controller. That would be perfect, dude. Whew, okay, I feel like I've been working on this too long, but bam, there it is, man. Looks, it tucked up in there just fine. I think the wires are they're kind of pressed back there, but yeah. I can't get this part to sink in any more than that, dude. But you can see how much clearance there is. There's still quite a bit of clearance. But we're gonna have to take it back out on the trailer and then compress it to see when it's gonna hit, where it's gonna hit, and then we're gonna have to find out what we're gonna have to grind. So I tried to suck it up in there as much as possible. The controller is, you can see, it's way back farther than it used to be, you know. So yeah, and I was able to get these bottom brackets back on, so they needed to be adjusted back, I guess, and like moved up a little bit. There's I guess the holes are kind of big in there, so like you can kind of move them around and stuff. So this is the HadesOmegaSPEC lower bracket for the BAC2000. It's solid. It's solid on there, man. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of interested to ride it right now with this setup right here to see if it works. There's no grease on it yet, so it's not, you know, optimal, but like I want to take it down the block, you know, ride it real quick, and then see if like the whole thing heats up. See if this heats up too. So, but man, yeah, it looks good, man. It looks it looks like it kind of doesn't belong there, to tell you the truth. I feel that it would probably look cooler if we cut it, you know, right where the thing is. But I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half, so this is like where the old controller was at, right? No, the old controller, it went all the way down here, so it's actually not too bad. And the wheel won't hit it either. So, like I said, just above the, I think just above the scoop is where I want it. So we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it like right here, at least, you know. We might be able. What I want to be able to do is cut that piece off, bolt it onto here, and then we'll put that other heatsink that I found, and we'll use that too. This one I kind of don't like because it's not really that big. I think this was designed to have something, whatever this was mounted to, it was supposed to be mounted here in the center or something, or maybe a capacitor or something, some kind of electrical component that gets hot, you know. So this is going to go back here. Oh boy, it's already not a lot of room back here. Yeah, it's going to be a real tight fit, dude. Yeah, this is going to go back here like this, so have another heatsink right here. Okay, it'll be heatsink mania. Actually, this is just the right size too. I think we might just want to go. No, not really. It's actually too short. Yeah, I think the two heatsink idea is bad, but we'll stick this one back there then. That's fine. It's that, or I go with that idea where I cut it in half. Yeah, we'll cut this in half, and then flip this over onto itself, basically, and then bolt it on to itself. And then you know, put the grease and everything. So we got choices. One problem I see is we're gonna have to cut one of the fins off. I think if we were to reuse that part that we cut off, we would have to cut the fins off and fold it onto itself. Yeah, you know, I might just do that. I gotta cut it anyways. Where I want to cut it is right here, just above the scoop. So like right here. So why don't we just cut it a little bit more, cut it in half, okay? Then fold this, so it's really gonna, the heatsink's really only gonna go this far, okay? And then we're gonna cut that, and then flip it around and bolt it on there, okay? So I think that's a good idea. Maybe we don't probably want it too long. But let's see if the bike runs for one thing. Where did I put my key? Here. Okay. Yeah, whenever I mess with these wires, I get worried that the bike won't run anymore. So, oh yeah, I gotta turn the power back on. Okay. Okay, ERT display powers up. Boom. All right. Just gonna get this stuff out of the way, make sure the throttle works and everything. I might take it out for a spin around the block real quick, just to see if if it heats up. Whoops. Excellent, it works. All right, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go take it for a spin real quick, and then we'll see if it actually heats up. I don't feel anything right now, but I'll go take it for a ride around the block. And then we'll get the laser thermometer out, okay? See if that thing actually... Well, no. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and I'll tell you, like, hey, I feel the whole thing getting warm. If you feel this getting warm, you know, and this is warm and this is warm, then we've accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. And I'll actually feel if this is warm too. This kind of acts like a heatsink also. So there's lots of extra aluminum slapped onto there. All right, no big jumps because that might hit that. All right, here we go. All right, well, I took it for a spin, man. I got it up to like 44 miles an hour and everything down the back stretch of my block here. Totally illegal. And it's not warm at all, man. Oh, the heatsink is warm. Yeah, the controller is still warm. I don't feel the heatsink warm at all though. So I don't know. Hopefully it works. But like I said, we still need to put some thermal paste on it. I feel the controller is warm. This is actually warm. Let's go. Let me see if this is warm. No, this is all cold. All this is cold. In fact, this is even colder. Yeah, so that tells me this thing works pretty good actually. But it's still, the controller itself is still getting warm. The heatsink on the controller. Let's see. So this one is 70, almost 80 degrees. Okay, and then this one, 72 degrees. Okay. And the top one of it is even colder. 75. Oh no, the top one is warmer. No, that can't be right because it feels colder. It definitely feels colder. Oh yeah, I feel it. I can feel it right here. Yeah, I don't know, man. But like I said, it's still not at optimum. It's not at its optimum right now. We need to put the thermal compound on the heat sinks so it transfers the heat better. Right now it's just metal to metal contact, you know. Yeah, and it's huge. So I can feel it. It's much colder on the bottom. It's working. It's working. I'm pretty sure it's working. I'm sure it'll work even better once we put some thermal paste, the heatsink compound on there. It'll be better. So I think it is working. I can feel it. It takes a while for the heat to get from here to here though. So I think once we get that thermal compound down there, it'll be better. So I did kind of compress the fork a little bit. Not all the way, and it comes pretty close to the heatsink. So I think we're gonna have to chop some off still. I don't think that my little bracket helped very much. So because I think the controller is supposed to be the X controller goes like this, you know. It's not supposed to go straight down like this one. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop this heatsink in half from here. I'll measure from here to here. We'll chop it in half, and then we'll just flip it around, and then we'll bolt it onto itself. And I think we're going to have to cut off on the one that we flip around. We're going to have to cut off one of the end fins so it doesn't come into contact with the bolt here or the nut. It's really tight clearances, man. But I think that's good. So we're going to do that. So the next step is we're we're gonna cut this in half, flip it around, find a way to bolt it on. And there's space between here, these two parts here, so we'll probably drill holes in the heat sinks right here, then bolt it to each other, and then we'll slather the heatsink compound on it, and then yeah, well, it's kind of cold right now too. It's probably like 60s or something right now, so it's probably not gonna act up until it gets really warm. So but yeah, we're gonna cut this at the half point right here. We're gonna fold it around, bolt it, and then we'll put thermal compound on it, and then we'll put this back on. So I think we'll leave the controller here for now, and then we'll just take the bolts off of the heatsink right here. Okay. So but yeah, I'm pretty happy. It looks good. I can feel the heat, but the controller still kind of gets warm. Hopefully it helps, man. I don't know what's gonna help, man, but we'll have to test it on some hill climbs and stuff. So we'll do a hill climb test. All right. So that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So in this video, we fabricated the mount, the upper mount. Okay, and it works. It works pretty good. Does it get warm? Does it transfer the heat through the screw here? And so supposedly my idea was it's going to transfer the heat through this screw right here up to the plate right here. I don't think it's working, man. So it does. Whatever. Okay, I was hoping that we could use this as a heatsink sort of, but it's not really working. So but yeah, I can feel it. This is getting a little bit warm. So it only gets warm here though. So it must just be pulling the heat like right away, right over here. It's not even hot at all on this side. So I'm surprised it doesn't equalize the heat. It's supposed to. It's a heat sink. So the whole thing. I mean, obviously it's going to be hotter in this area, but it should be noticeably thing over here. So okay, well that's a bummer. I kind of blemished it right here when I melted the heat sink. Let's take a look at it from the other side. Yeah, so there it is. That's my masterpiece right there, man. It looks like an amplifier on a freaking on a subwoofer or something. An amplifier, yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, so I mean, we definitely have to cut it a little bit. I wanted to keep it super long, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it in half, and then we're gonna fold it around, and then yeah, we'll still have some space underneath here, but you need to have some space, right? As it is right now, let's take a look at it. As it is right now, it is covering the scoop for the thing. Barely. It's barely covering the scoop. But yeah, we definitely need to cut something off of this, so it's a little too long. We don't want to cover the scoop here. This is actually a scoop. I had the race spec Sauron skid plate, and there's an actual there's a scoop here that sucks in air to cool the motor, but however, it's not a thing right now. It's blocked right now, so it's not a big deal right now, but definitely don't want your motor to overheat. That's the expensive part, right? Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we made this bracket here, and it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, and that's there to stay. So it doesn't look like it gets in the way of anything. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so in the next video, we're gonna have to chop the heatsink, and then we'll fold it onto each other and bolt it in. Okay. All right. HadesOmegaSPEC out.